Cooking fish on a plank over an open fire or a grill is a traditional technique that has been used for many years. This technique gives this smoky flavor to the fish while keeping it moistened throughout the cooking process. And this method involves placing the fish on a plank, typically cedar or alder, and then placing it on indirect heat. The planking technique most probably originated with the Native Americans of the Pacific Northwest, where salmon were pinned on large cedar planks and placed near open fire to slowly cook. Later on, Europeans adopted this technique, and by the end of 20th century, it became popular in the restaurants. Cedar became the wood of choice for planking salmon because of a few reasons. Fresh and green cedar contains water or moisture that helps with cooking the fish gently from the bottom, while the top of fish is being cooked by fire. And also it has oils, natural oils that are very aromatic, very flavorful, and they give this smoky and sweet kind of flavor to the fish that pairs really well with the taste of fish itself. All right, after giving all this information about the food, it's time to prepare and go for cooking. When planking food over a wood-fired grill, it is important to prep the wood before exposing it to an open flame. Most cooks agree a wood plank needs to be soaked for a minimum of 30 minutes before use, and in this case, I let it soak for 1 hour. And water is popular choice, but some cooks add even more flavor to the wood plank by soaking it in wine, fruit juices, or herb-infused water. 10 minutes before the wood is ready or soaked enough would be the right time to start the fire in the grill. Before we start, let's check the salmon's freshness. The fillet should feel firm to the touch, should smell clean, and have a vibrant color. If it smells strongly fishy or looks dried out, it is probably not at its best. Another quick check is to gently glide the back of a knife over the fillet. If there are any pin bones left, you will feel them picking up and you can remove them with tweezers. And as you see, having bones is not the case here, so I'm not gonna use tweezers for removing any bones here. I use extra virgin olive oil as binder, so coarse salt and black pepper would stick better. You need to cover the entire surface of the fish with black pepper and salt, and also you can be generous with application of salt, as most of the salt is dissolved into the moisture coming out of the fish and eventually drips into the fire. It is totally up to you to decide how much of fish you want to use. You can either use the entire fillet or cut a portion of it. So I cut it to a size to make sure that it does not stick out from the plank. I also am going to put some fresh dill on top of the fish. Instead of the fresh one, you can also use the dried version. I don't recommend using a dry one. If you have to, go for it. The fresh one is going to give you a better aroma. And the one you see I'm putting on top is what I harvested from my own backyard earlier today. In addition to dill, I harvested some parsley and cilantro that I'm going to use for making this mixed herbal rice that I'm gonna pair with the fish. I like to add lemon slices on top of the salmon before planking for a few reasons. As the fish cooks, the lemon releases juice and aroma that complement the richness of the salmon. The slices also help keep the surface moist and add a bright, fresh flavor that balances the smoky notes from the plank and the fire. After the charcoal is ready, you push them to the sides, so at the center you will have this zone or area over which you can cook the salmon indirectly on the fire. After arranging the charcoal, I put the top grate in place and put the lid on and wait till the temperature reaches 350 degrees Fahrenheit. After putting the lid on, check around the rim to make sure there are no gaps. That way, the vents are the only thing regulating the airflow into the grill. The vents adjust the temperature by controlling the amount of air they let in, and you want them to be the only component that help you with this adjustment, not any gap around the rim. While salmon can be cooked with or without the skin, today's Atlantic salmon is skinless. The plank still acts as a protective barrier between the fish and the heat, helping the salmon cook gently while retaining moisture. Some cooks are of the opinion that the time is all what you need for cooking, and they say for cooking salmon at 350 degrees Fahrenheit to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, a 15 to 20 minute period is enough. But in my opinion, it's better to use a temperature probe, and using that you can easily check the temperature, and you want to hit 145. And of course it is not possible to achieve a uniform temperature distribution, so by rotating the salmon you can adjust that temperature and achieve the internal temperature you want at the end. It took about 25 minutes to achieve an average temperature of 145 degrees Fahrenheit throughout the whole salmon. And actually, it went a little bit above 145. It turned out to be 150 at the end. Again, controlling can be a little bit challenging sometimes. I mean, controlling temperature, but still, the minimum USDA approved is 145, and going above about like 5 degrees Fahrenheit is not gonna make a drastic change. All right, everybody, I wish you all were here so you could experience the same thing in my kitchen. As you can see, the fish is cooked. It looks beautiful. And in order to serve the fish with the carbohydrate, I cooked a mixed herbal rice, which is very simple. If you're interested in the next videos, I can show you how to make it. So let's go ahead and try the fish and see how it tastes. So of course, the temperature should be 145 to make sure that it's fully cooked. And one of the ways to make sure that it is cooked is to press it, and it should be flaky. If it is flaky, it means that you're good. So I'll try and get a small portion. All right, gonna try. So I first try the fish. Wow. Smoky, juicy, and very flavorful. And I'm gonna try some rice with it. What a combination. It's a combination of all those beautiful aromas and tastes, you know, herbal rice, everything fresh. Then you have this salmon, you know, to eat with it, or to eat the rice with the salmon. Everything tastes really good. I hope you can replicate the same thing at home. And remember, if you wanted to know about the rice, let me know. So I'm gonna make a video for you how to make mixed herbal rice. See you next time.